one of the boys to possibly be indicted, but we didn't know how long that list was. So I guess as the weekend progressed, by Easter Sunday, it became fairly clear that there were strong odds that Colin would be one of the boys to be indicted. We were advised by our attorneys to, at that point, leave our home in Garden City, not to be there. We knew it was a sealed indictment, and we didn't know what the manner of turning Colin in would be, so we didn't want it to happen in our home. We have other children there, so we left our home and went into a hotel in New York City. My husband, Colin, and myself, and Colin's girlfriend was with us for a good part of that time, and just sort of waited out Easter Sunday. And we didn't actually get the phone call till Monday morning when we knew.
What effect did it have on Colin when he found out that he had been chosen to be indicted in this case?
You know, I've been a parent for 26 years. And I have to say that it was by far and away the hardest moment of mothering that I've ever had. We found out, Colin and I were sitting in the hotel, and my husband was on the phone with one of our lawyers, and he was writing on a pad, Kevin, and the message, Colin and I were watching what he was writing, and the message pretty much was, there's a 90% chance that boys will be indicted. And if, in fact, they are indicted, Colin will be one. And then it was a short time after that, that was Monday morning, when our lawyer, who was at the Durham courthouse, called back and said that it was Colin. He let out a cry that I'll never forget. He howled, and he just collapsed on the bed, and I just went to him and held him, and we all cried, but we knew that, I mean, we were blown away because it was just such a, how did this happen when, you know, there was nothing to place, you know, nothing had happened. There was nothing to place him there. We were blown away. But nonetheless, we knew we had truth on our side, and we had to be resolute to fight. We were in the fight of our lives. We now had to fight to save our son's life. And from that day on, that was our job as parents.
Well, what effect did this situation have on the other members of your family, Colin's sisters and brothers?
Well, you can imagine it was devastating. You know, how do you explain to a 10-year-old that her brother had just been indicted for rape? How do you explain that crime alone to a 10-year-old? And his sister, at the time, was 16, and everybody was, you know, overwhelmed with grief, but they just rallied to support their brother. I think the way we got through it was that we just stuck together as a family and did everything that we could to support him through this nightmare that we were all living at that time.